Welcome to Out of the Box from Hudson County Community College. In these podcasts, we bring you timely discussions about education, people, programs, events, issues, and solutions that affect the education and enrichment of the people of Hudson County. I'm Chris Reber, president of Hudson County Community College and your podcast host. Joining me to discuss the Goldman Sachs Local College Collaborative are HCCC Faculty Mentor, Karen Hom-Galli. Karen, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having us, Dr. Reber.
Absolutely. And we're so pleased to welcome Ella Mukasa, who is a student and a member of this year's Goldman Sachs team from HCCC. Thanks for joining us, Ella.
It's great to be here, Dr. Reber.
Wonderful having you. And welcome and thank you all for being here today. Well, let's begin, Karen, with you. And let's talk just a little bit about this program, the Goldman Sachs Local College Collaborative. Tell us a little bit about it.
So the program started about 6 years ago, and it's a partnership with 4 local colleges, so Hudson County Community College, NJCU, St. Peter's University, and the Borough of Manhattan Community College. And each school has a pod where they work with faculty mentors and Goldman Sachs associates on a business challenge, a case study. Mm-hmm. And students spend the entire semester doing research, working on deliverables to solve this case study. And a part of the Goldman Sachs program is that we meet every Friday from 10 to 4, and oftentimes they're also supplemented with the Goldman Sachs professional speaking series, which students also attend.
Yeah. So students are involved in this for a whole semester, and they spend 1 day per week throughout the semester preparing for it. And these case studies are real-world issues affecting the company or companies that our students are working with, right?
Right. So every program year, we have a completely new case study. We have a different partner company, and they give us the business challenge that they currently are working on.
And what company were we working with this year?
This year was Coldwell Banker Richard Ellis, or CBRE. And their challenge this year was to increase the data center efficiency, it's hard to say, and to utilize that technology to market to potential clients.
So we have a team of students that are, first of all, working really closely with you and Dr. Peter Cronrath on our business faculty and our career services office. And you're really mentoring them in this project that they are given, a real issue that they are attempting to solve for a major company. And in the process, they're working with executives at Goldman Sachs on Wall Street. Talk about a powerful experience. And this has been happening for 6 years. And then at the end of the semester, each of the 4 college teams actually present their project. And they present it to the companies and Goldman Sachs and their peers.
It's an incredible showcase of each college's presentations. The entire community comes together to see these presentations, and it's just so beautiful to see, because as the faculty mentor, I can see how much our students have put into this research. Every week they have a deliverable. So every week they present to myself and to Dr. Peter Cronrath, and sometimes also to their Goldman Sachs advisors. And so at the end, when we get to see them present to all the stakeholders, it's just so amazing and beautiful. It's so beautiful, especially since at the end of the presentation, anyone can ask a question. And so students really get to tap into the subject matter expertise that they've cultivated over the course of the semester to answer the questions.
Really powerful. And Ella, tell us how you wound up on this year's team.
So I had heard about this program from my business management professor last semester, and she was just giving us a number of things and opportunities that were available to us at the college. And this one stood out to me because Goldman Sachs is a very well-known company. So I challenged myself and applied, and I thankfully got in.
And tell us a little bit about the project you were working on.
We were tasked with a case study from CBRE, which is Coldwell Banker Richard Ellis, and they mainly do real estate. However, they have expanded their business into data centers. Our task was to improve their data center efficiency and make it more marketable and just find more innovative solutions to the challenges that data centers are currently facing.
And how many other HCCC students were on your team?
So I got to work with 6 other HCCC students this year.
And tell us a little bit about your experience doing this project, and what were some of the challenges, and what did you learn?
It was a challenging experience. Working in a team is great. However, there are some difficulties. Also, just in terms of time management, sometimes people aren't able to meet at the same time. Some people have strengths that others don't. So finding that balance and bringing out the best in everyone, but also making sure that we all learn and improve on what we're not so great at. As well as, I think one of the main challenges that I personally had with this program is that when I came into it, I was what they call a perfectionist. So I like for my work to be as perfect as it can be. And as Professor Galli was saying, we got deliverables every week. So not everything is able to be perfect, and that's perfectly okay. So I learned that it's okay to be easy on myself, and that my work is still great and I'm still trying my best. So that's something that I really do find valuable. Yeah.
So, this is such an important sort of set of parameters to be comfortable with, especially for a perfectionist. I can kind of relate to that. And, a perfectionist often wants to do it themselves, right? If I just did it myself, it would be exactly as it needs to be. But the reality, too, is usually the outcome is greater than the sum of the parts when you get different people's perspectives brought into solutions. But it just makes it a little more challenging, right?
It does. There's times where I was very tempted to take matters into my own hands. But working in a team, you have to learn how to give other people a chance, and that your way is not always the best way. So that's a very valuable lesson that I learned.
And do you think the final outcome was better as a result of the perspectives of everyone?
Definitely. I think it came together so beautifully at the end.
So that experience, I'm sure, is going to serve you exceedingly well throughout your lifetime and career.
It will. I've learned a lifelong lesson.
And Ella, tell us a little bit about yourself. I know that you emigrated here just last year, I think, from Tanzania.
Yes, that's correct.
Tell us a little bit about how you wound up here and at Hudson County Community College.
So I attended a UWC in Southern Africa, and I graduated from there in 2019, end of 2019. And I moved here because my mother currently lives here. So it was just the easiest solution. And I ended up coming to Hudson based off of her recommendation. And so far, it's been pretty great. Yeah.
And you actually have a bachelor's degree that you earned in Africa, correct?
I have a baccalaureate.
Yeah, a baccalaureate. Yes. In business?
No, I did the International Baccalaureate program.
Okay.
And so we have to pick 6 different subjects at a higher level and a lower level, so 3 each. And I don't have a baccalaureate in any particular subject, but mostly English, history, and politics were the subjects that I took at higher level.
Excellent. Yeah. And how so far has your Hudson County Community College experience been? How has it been perhaps different from what you might have expected?
I love Hudson because of all the opportunities that I've been exposed to. And there's a lot of skills that I've learned from only being here for 2 semesters. So through this program, through my classes, through student government, PTK, I've really learned so much already. So I hope to continue learning that.
And PTK is the Phi Theta Kappa
Yes.
International Honor Society. We have such a dynamic 5-star chapter.
Yes, we do.
And you're involved in that, which is phenomenal.
Yes.
What are your longer-term career and life goals?
Because, as I mentioned, I'm a perfectionist, I've tried not to set anything, any concrete future goals in terms of career because life always changes. I mean, previously to becoming a business administration major, I actually wanted to go into law, which I changed and I was pretty set on that course. But just to continue improving and to grab the opportunities that present themselves to me. And one of the great things about this program, I think it also helped me become much more confident and go for a lot of student leadership positions. So as I mentioned, with student government, I became a part of that. With Phi Theta Kappa, I applied to become the president, which I got, which is a great opportunity. So I'm very excited to focus on that for my remaining time here.
And we just had an induction ceremony.
Yes.
On Saturday.
Yes.
And you're now president? That's just phenomenal.
Thank you.
And Karen, like Ella, and obviously she's had such a powerful experience in this program and at this college. That's been true throughout the 6 years of this work, right? Because we've had previous students who've participated in this project actually speak to our board of trustees and elsewhere about the impact it's had on them. Can you tell us a little bit about what other students have said?
So we've actually had 54 students complete the program. And leaving the program, they've just soared to like other great successes. And I think that many of them have told us that without this experience, they wouldn't have been as prepared to transfer to the other great schools like Columbia University, NJCU, NJIT, NYU, Baruch. I mean, it's
Princeton.
Yes, Princeton.
Yeah.
It's just really amazing to see how this program has helped students to, to be ready for your school, to prepare for their future careers.
And so, of those 54 students, you've obviously already shown us probably the vast majority have gone on to continue their education, some to advanced degrees at this point. Are students sometimes hired by companies they've worked with in the collaborative? As
part of the Goldman Sachs program, they are given this first look opportunity for a future internship with Goldman. It's not guaranteed, but it's a first look opportunity, which I think is pretty awesome.
Pretty awesome because, the companies are all major companies. Like, in addition to Coldwell Banker, Richard Ellis this year, previous companies have included Newell Brands, NRG Energy, Sherwin-Williams, Microsoft. And so you think about the opportunity our students are having working with companies and executive teams on real-world problems and solutions at those companies, getting the expertise and coaching of Goldman Sachs executives, and working so closely with our faculty who are coaching them in this really pretty intense process. Wow, it's potentially a life-changing, transformational opportunity. We're so proud of all the students, and certainly you as well, Ella. What advice would you give to any student that is thinking about Hudson County Community College or any HCC student that might be thinking about the Goldman Sachs project?
I think if something sticks out to you and something is calling you, then you should definitely apply. And I believe that sometimes our minds can hold us back from doing great things, and that we are the people that are in front of the things that challenge us. So just apply and great things could come from it. You never know.
Do you envision going on for a continued education after Hudson?
Yes, I do.
Any thoughts at this point?
No thoughts at all. I'm currently working in the transfer office, so it's great because I also get to learn on the job and
Wow.
think of where I'd like to go to after.
So in the last year, we have created a whole new office to assist our current students, our prospective students, in understanding the partnerships, the articulation agreements that we have with other four-year colleges and universities, graduate programs. We've hired a new full-time director of transfer, and the reality is through these efforts that you're learning about firsthand, students can move from high school to here. In fact, a growing number of students finish their HCCC associate degree upon high school graduation. Imagine that. They can then go on and have all their credits seamlessly transfer
Yes.
to any number of other universities. It's very powerful. And we believe here at Hudson that we want to work together with all parts of the educational community so that there's seamless opportunity from K-12 to Hudson and on. And you and other students in this program really exemplify the outcomes that are related to that. So we're really proud of you.
Oh, thank you.
I want to keep in touch with you. And Karen, thank you so much, you and Dr. Cronrath, for your continued leadership of this program and your support and mentoring of our students. And when we finish these podcasts, we have a tradition. I always ask my guests, if you could describe your Hudson County Community College experience in one word, what would that word be? Karen, what would your word be?
Rewarding.
Rewarding. And Ella?
Supportive.
Rewarding, supportive. My word is always inspirational. Thank you all for joining me today. Ella, Karen, thank you for talking with us about this really world-class program and opportunity that we're able to bring to our students through partnerships. And thank you all for joining us for this session of Out of the Box. We hope you'll visit our website, hccc.edu, and share this podcast with your family and friends. And please stay safe and well. Thank you.